Hey, so I don't know if I ever shared with you that I'm almost like my own life coach to myself. The reason why is because you're the ultimate responsible person for yourself. There's really nothing outside of you that will be allowed to occur if you aren't willing to participate in it in some degree. Now, sometimes that's a lot because I don't have it all figured out, and I have all the same human experiences going on like each and every one of you. But at the same time, I have a desire to become this infinite part of myself that at times feels very elusive and at other times feels very right here, right now, right? I think we can all relate to that. And I think that's the part of us that remembers that before we got here on this earth, our beautiful Mother Earth, we were spirit. And we were in pure energy form. And then we're here, and we've got now the ego, who has been very traumatized. Being here long enough as I have been, I get why there's been a lot of trauma that's occurred. And when I expand out and I look at it from not personal, I can see that a lot of the stuff that has occurred for so many has been ongoing for a really long time. So it's easy for me to be in a state right now, right, when my brain is not manipulating me, and I feel centered to speak what I'm speaking to you. But the truth of the matter is, I can't always stay, I've not always been able to. It's getting easier and more cohesive to stay aligned with that. But the truth of the matter is that isn't ever 100% no. But what I've learned are tool sets when I go down. And those tool sets allow me to not blame another, work through the storyline, and remember that I am loved by the universe. Now, sometimes it takes 1 minute, sometimes it takes an hour, and sometimes it can take up to a week, where I will remove myself from others and their storylines so I can better adapt to hearing what is my trajectory and what is my storyline again. You may have another way that you deal with being a human and having a human experience, in addition to being a spirit having a human experience, and additionally being in an environment, right, that has a lot of hurt, pain, manipulation, and survival to it. What I'd like to begin to do is share some of my tool sets with you, not as a way to think I only have one way. There is not one way. Sometimes sharing is just about the inspiration to another. And I offer this up because there are not, if you went into a room of 10 people, you might be lucky to get to speak with someone that's willing to have these conversations, and not from a place that thinks I know or that my way is the only way. That's been a lot of what this reality system has been about, and it's not something I want to continue with. What I believe is that we're going to learn and grow from one another, and something that I can contribute is something that I've walked through and am walking through, and getting good results. And not good results meaning I'm making millions of dollars, just good results in meaning that I have a tool set on how to deal with this reality system when it comes crashing down on me, right? I have some tools. Those tools may be valuable or not valuable to you, but the best part is I can offer them up, and then you can make the determination. What 2020 is going to be about is knowing we need each other, and knowing that what we have to share is valuable, because it says one thing: I feel you, I'm with you, and I too am on the same crazy ride we call being a human being. And developing tool sets is going to make how you move through these energies a lot more bearable, and at times will help you jump out of all of that hurt, pain, and manipulation that's going on constantly in this environment right now. And it's not necessarily even through your storyline, but it could be, your storyline could be adding to it. And we develop at a very young age ways to meet that energy. And it's our survival techniques. But what we want to do is elevate our nature, right? Nature is our survival techniques. We want to elevate that nature to a place that allows for each of us to elevate the nature to a place we deem as our vision for what we would like for ourselves and what we would like for the world around us. And that's a mouthful in itself, but I believe I came here to be a part of that. And if you're watching this now, you also may feel that you would like to be a part of adding to the beauty and the love and the compassion that our world can be if we so choose it. So usually the people that are watching this are the same ones that I'm watching, that are supporting and inspiring our best selves. But if you're not that yet and you've just begun the journey, this is wonderful that you found this video, because it says that you're starting to utilize your ability inside your heart space to start to create a direction you want to move in that is filled with more awareness and more heart. And that's super cool. And that's how we all begin. And this kind of support that you can't find in a room of maybe 10 people can be something you can find. You know, we're beginning to really understand that we're all very global, worldwide, and that through these devices that we've all been given or that we paid for to utilize, right, can be utilized in many different ways that can benefit each other. So we can have more of a collective awareness of one another and a global support system in this journey with the ego that has been more than over traumatized with the human experience. And you may have found a way to function through it, but what I would like to say is that there's really great things out there that I do have the ability to share and find words to, that will be authentic based on my own experience. And I hope you keep watching and keep sharing yourself in the same way that I'm doing, because we do help one another through these moments when we are aligned with our best selves, singing and feeling like. So inside, right before I got on this video, I was like, oh my gosh, this feels possible, and I'm sharing that possibility with you. And maybe, you know, in a day or two, or even an hour from now, I may hit that wall of impossible, right? That I'm clearing still, that I thought I cleared, that I didn't clear, that's now, you know, coming up for around 65 of thinking I've cleared it. That's not uncommon, right? We think we've cleared something, we think we've accomplished it, but there are layers and structures to those layers. So thank you for listening, and I look forward to our incredible journey together, because it will be incredible. We're at a pivot point right now where there are many of us that are aligned with the same vision, that peace, love, compassion, and empowerment to who we are is a very keen focus. And when you get enough people together thinking this way and moving this way, you create a stronger matter that is a trajectory. And a trajectory is something that you can't put a time frame on it, right? You can only put an awareness to, and then inspire that awareness in others, so the trajectory moves stronger and stronger, because we all matter. You matter, and I matter, and everyone around us matters. Part of how we do this may be just the kindness we show another. That may be the beginning point of that trajectory for them. For you that has more awareness, it might be how you fine-tune, how you think, and how you move through. All of this matters. So that's exciting, and I'm excited to take this journey with you, with all of you. More and more I'm seeing, and more I'm experiencing how very important each and every one of us are to the bigger picture. And it's super cool. And at the same time, it doesn't require me to force or push upon any of you, because you'll know when that trigger point happens, right? For you, you'll know. And this may not be the right matchup, but that's okay too. Remember, I'm doing this because I'm meant to trigger others, and then there are others out there doing it, and they're meant to trigger me. And you innately know what that is, and you innately know what that feels like, and you should trust in that more than anything. It doesn't make me good, bad, or amazing or not amazing, right? So let's watch the thoughts. It makes me know that I matter as much as you do, and that I care enough to make these videos is my honor and pleasure to do. So that's kind of the gist, right, of all of it. And, you know, we're doing this globally, right, through video, but I love traveling as well. So as much as I enjoy doing these videos, I love that one-on-one experience too, right, where you're, like, I just did a winery tasting, and the people I got to meet, we get to have a conversation, and I got to hear the feedback of, wow, I'm usually really recluse, and I normally don't have these kind of conversations, but I've learned something from them. And I thought, I'm learning something from him, even just saying that we're learning from one another, we're activating each other. Some ways in which we will know, and in other ways we won't know. But I'm part of the whole, and you're part of the whole. So in some capacity, we will be activating one another, whether we meet in person or through this ability to be global right now on a video. So either way, it's a win. And I thank you for taking the time. And I'm going to now shut up because sometimes I'm long-winded. Anyways, happy 2020.